What's up, champs? It is Tuesday, so you already know what time it is. I am K Simone. Alongside me, I have none other than my main man, Ali John, and we are now live at LRM Network for Champions Corner. We have Cash Johnson in the building today, aka Cash Addictions.
Nah, that's just my Instagram. That's just my Instagram name. But what's up?
Did you just change your Instagram name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hated the last one, but
Really?
I just had it for so long. I just didn't change it because I had it on flyers and stuff like that. So I just kept it on there.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what was it before this one?
Jersey Cash 5.
I seen that.
I didn't know that old was like.
No, because I seen Jersey Cash 5 mad places.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah, I've been hitting y'all for a little while to come up here.
Oh, don't say that. Do not say that. Well, salute to you for finally coming up. You dropped
Thank
a new
you.
project.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on like a press run. Dope.
I'm dropping it actually at the end of March though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just telling people about it right now. But he actually produced it. It's a
Nice.
4-song project produced by Rich Icy. It's dope.
That's nice. How did like the project come about?
Just being in the studio, linking up with him, he showing me beats and stuff like that, and then we just put it together for a project.
So is this your first project, like your first official project, or you had projects before this?
It's my third official project.
Okay, so what's the difference between, having a bunch of different producers on your project instead of locking in with one producer?
I felt like, cause this was the first time I actually locked in with one producer, so I felt like just the sound is just like he has his own sound, so all the songs they kind of like hit different in the same way, but in a different way at the same time. But the quality is just better, cause opposed to one song sounding like this and the next song sounded different. All his sound is the same in a way. No disrespect to his art, but you know what I'm saying. It all sounds the same.
Right. Have you guys worked together before, or is this like the first time?
Yeah, we worked together before that for
Nice.
the project. Yeah,
Dope. So what's the name of the project?
it's called The Art Room.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came up with that name just because, us as artists, we spend a lot of time creating. So in my creative space, I like to look at it as like an art room, because like I listen to like a lot of old music before I even write songs and stuff like that. So, and it's just a place where I get real creative. So I decided to name it Art Room.
Well, that's dope. That's real different.
That's
Thank
a different concept, yeah.
Thank you.
So do you see your music, like when you drop a project, you kind of look at that as like an art gallery kind of thing, where you're releasing your art to the people so that they can kind of judge it and listen to it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like for this one, mainly because like the last project that I put out before this, I kind of just had like a lot of turn up songs and personal songs on there, but 2 songs are really catered towards the females on this. So I just wanted to, make that a point, to cater to them, because they're the ones who, buy records and support. So I had to, make sure I did that on this project.
Yeah.
Okay.
How important is it to you to have versatility when you drop projects?
Very important. Very important. Because I write every day, so it's like I write off my moods mainly. So it's just like, we feel different moods and emotions every day.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's very important to get all those emotions out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite type of music to make, whether it be the turn up stuff, the real personal stuff, or the stuff for the women?
Personal stuff. Because it's more like therapy. So it's like if I'm having a bad day or something like that, I could just get it all out on the track. So I like to make personal tracks like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Irvington originally.
Okay.
From there, right down the block.
Where y'all
from
from?
me? I'm from Union.
Are you from Union?
Yeah, so it's right down the block from me.
Okay.
I'm from Plainfield.
Plainfield.
A
Yeah.
little ways away.
Don't be twiddling your fingers like that, first of
My
all.
fault.
Like we little or something. That's all
Nobody
right.
said that. How was it growing up at Irvington for you?
It was cool. I didn't have no problems and nothing like that. But my grandma was she was a high school teacher. She actually taught at Union. So, but she taught the night school. So she taught the people who got like kicked out of day school and stuff like that. But she kind of like was seeing how the neighborhood was going. So she just kind of wanted to move us out of there and shit like that. But I was always going back because my dad lived in East Orange and he lived in Newark. So, I mean, it was cool for the most part. I missed it when I first moved, but seeing like, how it turned out later down the line, I think it was probably, the better decision to get us out of there.
So it kind of gives you 2 different perspectives on life, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So you've seen one life Irvington's not the most extravagant place to live. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you see hardships and stuff like that. People going through, real life struggles opposed to where I live now. Even though we have, struggles out there too. Everybody struggles, but you definitely do see two different worlds.
How do you feel like growing up in Irvington kind of shaped you as a man, and how did it shape your music?
Yeah, it definitely shaped my music because, like, when I was younger, so I'll give you a little bit of like a rundown. My mom passed away when I was younger, so I would stay between two different houses in Irvington. So I would stay with my grandmother on my mom's side and my grandma on my dad's side. And my grandmother on my dad's side, like, we didn't have a lot, so she lived in like a project building. So like over there, like, we had like a lot of roaches and people who's getting their house broken into and stuff like that. So I saw one side, and then at nighttime I would go to my mom's house, and then we're middle class over there. So I kind of saw like two different sides, just in one day. So it kind of shaped me as a person and did shape my music. So I talk about those experiences sometimes.
I was listening to I don't know if it's a project or just like a playlist that you put together on Spotify. I think it was called Purpose. Is that a project? It was something you had on Spotify. It was like named Purpose.
I don't think I made that, to be honest.
Oh, man, it was there. But there was a song on there where you talked like a lot about the experiences that you went through, and a lot of hardships. So I just wanted to ask you, how important is it that artists share that side of their lives with their listeners?
I feel like it's real important, especially now, because like everybody kind of sounding the same, rapping about, popping perks and Xans and shit like that. Like, people don't be trying to hear that all the time. Like, a lot of times I like to listen to stuff that I can relate to, like to relate to something that I'm going through in my life. So I feel like it's very important. I feel like nowadays people are kind of like, they're scared to talk about their own hardships and just follow a bandwagon or what everybody else is talking about. But I think it's very important because people still connect to real music.
What is like the realest moment that you've had in your life that you share within your music?
What do you consider real though? Like, I don't understand. Like,
your definition of real might be different than my definition of real.
Well, on the album that I just released last year, I got a song called Cold Nights. So I'm talking about,
I heard that one.
Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about, like, I still think it's about the hardships I was going through, because when I was younger, like when I was 17, I got caught up with the wrong crowd of people, and something happened where somebody died. So I was tried with a murder.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That I didn't commit, but I was acquitted of all charges, like, 2 years later. So in the song, if you actually listen to the lyrics, I'm talking about being on house arrest for 2 years and just like, stuff like that. So I felt like that was probably one of the realest moments, like, in my music, that I actually expressed it.
What was going through your mind at that moment? Like, everything probably just hit during the actual moment. I'm sure everything just hit you so hard.
I was 17 too, right. So like, I just got my driver's license.
Yeah.
Had to get my driver's license taken away, and I was in the house, and then like, I mean, it was just surreal, because like, I'm not really the type to get in trouble. I wasn't the type to get in trouble and stuff like that. So it was just one of those moments where wrong place, wrong time. So it was just like, damn. And then like, like, I had a whole bunch of friends, you know what I'm saying? And then once that happened, I feel like people just started to look at me different. So you started to lose friends and stuff like that. And then like, not being like, you 17, 18 and you not being able to go out the house, it was just like I was going crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of emotions and stuff like that. People were sending me death threats.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of stuff was crazy. It was crazy. People was egging my house, walking by, just staring. It was crazy. It was a crazy time.
For something that they didn't know you didn't do it, but
yeah. And then it was like race, because where I live is in Middlesex County, so it was 5 of us, and race definitely did played a part in that. So like, because it was 3 black people, it was a white person and a Spanish person, so they kept the white person out as long as they did. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't initially go to jail when we all did. So they tried to keep him out of the mix, but, evidence came out that, he had involvement in it, so they had to. But he got, like, out of everybody who got, like, convicted at that time, he got, like, the less time out of everybody. It's crazy.
So how did your family take that situation?
Well, they know me, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say in Cold Nights too, like I said, like I got certain family members that I don't live with that just kind of looked at me like I did it, you know what I mean? But the ones who I actually live with, they know me as a person, so they never judge me for a second, you know what I'm saying? Just believed in me and just held me down through the whole situation, really. So
Yeah, that's scary.
yeah, it was scary.
17, you going to jail. I assume that they tried to try you as an adult.
They
at
did.
that time.
They did.
Exactly.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
And you barely, like, you ain't even graduate high school yet.
Yeah, nah, I didn't. I had to get homeschooled my senior year.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
So how did your mindset change? Like once you got acquitted of all your charges, you got your life back now.
See, I'm still smiling. I'll be smiling every day. Like,
That's
you know
good.
what I'm saying? Like I don't take life for granted because I just know it can be taken away. And I just try. People probably be thinking I'm preaching and stuff like that. But like when we be out, I just be like, you know, on point just because I know like your life can be taken from you very quick. So.
And that's some of us need preaching, so it's not a bad thing to.
I'm the friend though. I be telling people like, "Yo, put your seatbelt on." Like, I'm always saying.
We don't
Like,
need that
we ain't
friend.
going through this.
We definitely don't need that friend.
So the time that you spent in the house, I'm going to assume that you spent making music.
Yeah, that's
So-
when I really started to take it serious.
Right.
And then people was telling me like, "Why are you taking that serious? You about to go to jail." And
Wow!
all
Oh my
this
God,
crazy-
people
I heard
so
a lot
damn
of-
hard.
I heard a lot.
Crazy,
Nah, let me
bro.
tell y'all a story because one time at the time like they allowed me to work like after a year and some change, so I was working at this car wash, and then this Jehovah's Witness used to come there. Yeah, he used to come there every week, right? And I didn't know he knew who I was because he was in another town. So he came up to me one day and he gave me a pamphlet, and he was just like, when you go to jail, yeah, I'm telling you, this is real shit. He like, when you go to jail, you should become a Muslim. You know you're going to jail, right? And I'm just looking at him like in shock, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is this man? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I had times like that, so I just had a lot of like crazy things going through my head and shit like that. It was hard times.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was it kind of hard to get reacclimated into like regular life
Hell
once you got
yeah.
out the house? Like, how
I
was
used to
that?
feel like a hermit crab every time I went out. Cause like you outside you inside for so long, and I couldn't leave the house without a parent. And I'm 17, 18. You know, we all like young and rebellious at that age. So I'm like, if I'm going outside, I don't want to be with a parent.
Of
Like, you know what I'm
course.
saying? Put me back in the house. And then when you go out, you feel like everybody's staring at you. Even when I went back and I went to school for a couple semesters in college, and I just didn't want to be there because like I just felt like everybody was staring at me and they knew who I was. It was just, but it was all in my head, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely was tough times.
How were you able to kind of get out of that mindset?
I really don't know. Making music, really. But other than that, yeah, it just happened over time, really.
Because I would think like that would create a mindset of like, fuck y'all. Like once you get acquitted of all your charges. I didn't even do this shit.
Yeah, no, I'm humble though, so it's all good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because you could be making like fuck y'all music too.
Right.
Nah, I do sometimes. I give my best. Yeah, I do.
Right.
But
I
then
had
you
a-
come back.
Yeah. And I had this girl, I'll tell you a funny story. So I had this girl, she was in my science class like before everything happened. And then when everything happened, I guess she thought like I just needed a pen pal or something like that. So she wrote me, she was like, "Oh yeah, I never told you that, you know, I always liked you and all this shit." And she used to write me like 20-page letters back and forth, like, you know what I'm saying, like front and back. And then in those letters, she's like, "Yeah, when you get home, you know, we gonna be together, all this." But she wasn't really thinking I was ever gonna come home, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So then when I came home,
So you was believing this. Like you was feeling her too.
yeah.
Okay.
And plus, you know, like at that time, I needed somebody to talk to. So like, you know what I'm saying? Then I came home and shit. And can I curse on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So then when I came home, I guess she thought I wasn't never gonna come home. So like, I never really got introduced to her parents, all this other shit. And then she was telling people, because I was getting homeschooled, so she was telling people in school that we were just friends, and she was telling me that we was, you know, together and shit like that. And then she cheated on me, all this crazy shit. So. Wow.
Like why would you waste somebody's time like that? Like what are you getting out of it?
I don't know.
Writing 20-page letters?
Yeah, I needed. I'm thankful for the 20 pages.
But I would have rather that like it be genuine. Like write those letters because you really feel that way about this person. Like
Maybe
what
she
were you-
did feel that
Yeah, I
way
think
though.
she did.
She did feel that way, but I guess she thought that it was never really gonna.
That's a waste of time.
But I think she folded under pressure though, cause like,
I think so.
When I came, everybody probably was telling her what you doing with him, all that shit. So she probably just
somebody got in her head.
And, I mean, I don't. Even though she cheated on me and all that, now I don't hate her now to this day. Cause I remember my uncle was telling me, cause around that time I was talking to him. I'm like, yeah, she cheated on me, and then he broke it down to me. He was like, listen, man, you can't leave the house. She come over here. She keep you company. Y'all, have sex and whatnot. You just gotta like
take it for what it's worth.
And at the time, I wasn't trying to hear that.
I don't blame him, bro.
Like, what you talking about?
He's telling you charge it to the game. You're like, nah.
He was getting cheated on his
trying to preach to you.
But now that I'm older, I understand. I'm like, yeah, like he was right in a sense.
Yeah. So was there like ever a future connection with you guys, or yeah?
Oh no, I watch her on the gram. She didn't have 4, 5, 6, 7 boyfriends since me, so that's a no go.
Yeah.
She switches up a lot.
Yeah. How's the dating scene when you're a rapper? Like, how would you compare it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it rocky?
When you don't have millions and millions of dollars and shit like that, I feel like they don't really like. I had one person, like I had one girl who was really, really supportive, but the rest don't. They don't be trying to hear that rap and shit.
Yeah.
Honestly,
because they think you're gonna cheat.
I don't really think it's that. I don't think, because I feel like
most women
girls
do
say it all the time. though. It's like if you dating a rapper that's on the come up, it's probably hard because you don't know if he really gonna pop. You don't know if his shit is dope. Like, it shouldn't be hard because if you fucking with this person for who they are, then none of that shit should matter. You should support them no matter.
We talking
what.
about rappers?
Yeah.
You think it get better when they get on?
Man, I don't know. I'm not a rapper.
But you a man, and you gonna sit here and act like you don't know.
Listen, I got a saying: who you are when you broke is who you are when you get money. It's just magnified. Excuse me, magnified. So, who they are when they broke is gonna be who they are when they rich. You feel me?
You don't like rappers?
It's not that I don't like them.
You deal with rappers.
I
rappers
do.
Try to like press up.
I think that I've had my I think I've had my fair share. Like, I think I've dealt with enough rappers to know that if I ever wanted to build and have something serious, that's probably not the route I would go. There's a lot of egos.
There's egos in everybody.
It is, but it's so different. Like, prime example, I work at a doctor's office during the day. So I get to see regular people, and then I get to see, like, rappers and how they act. So I hosted an event the other day. And it's so easy to like see the circulation of men, like they'll be pressing up on you, and then a couple minutes later you see them make their way around a club. Now they on your homegirl, or they on somebody totally different.
That's not just rappers, though. That's men in general.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but I feel
too.
like it is females too. Yeah,
and then rappers they get the ego. Like, once they start to pop, once they, like, you feel me, they start feeling themselves even more, and it attracts women because women think they got money. You see the jewelry, they see all the things that they want, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to press up on you. And men like that shit. They like feeling like the center of attention. Who doesn't? But I just feel like when you're a rapper, it's a little elevated. You gotta be careful. Shit, look at my good sis Jada. She out here being done real bad. Little baby out here doing her real bad, but it's okay.
I feel like if you was a good R&B singer, it'd be worse.
That's what I'm saying.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. If rappers get a bad rap, these R&B singers though,
they probably worse.
Yo, y'all are crazy.
But y'all would date an R&B dude though.
Yeah, cause oh my God, he just be so in love and he's so sensitive.
Oh, please.
A rapper could write you a song too.
Lil Baby just did a whole freestyle.
About who, Jada?
She was in it. Alexis Sky was in it.
Oh, it's lit. That's what you're supposed to do.
See? You see?
What?
It's a no for me, dog.
What you mean?
Like, we got a little mini argument. Now I'm in a Funk Flex freestyle.
Yeah, why not? You got two girls arguing over you. They both not with you.
You see what I mean, though? You see what I mean, though?
But that's him putting his real life situations in his
exactly.
song.
But why is it two? Why are we arguing about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 females? 2 of them industry females. Like, that's
her prerogative. She's seen it. She decided to stay. I think we spoke about it up here a couple episodes ago. She's seen it. She decided to stay. That's her business.
But I don't think she went into that relationship expecting to get cheated on.
Look at Kevin Hart. She got cheated on. He's not a rapper.
He's all right, let's say
guy.
entertainers, male entertainers, they get a lot of attention that most regular women probably cannot handle at all.
But women only like somebody that likes, like, a woman only gonna like you if somebody else like you.
Exactly. Women like desirable men. Yeah. That's what it is.
I guess.
You can't like me for something, then get mad when the next girl like me for that exact same reason. That's what got you.
But I was talking about rappers. I don't know where it done spun out to. Like, y'all done spun the situation to a different type of men. I'm talking about rappers in general. All right, let me ask this question. Do you feel like a rapper should date someone in the same field as them? Or is it okay for them to date regular women? Or should they date regular women?
I don't know. I just want somebody who gonna love me. Like, I can't specify it as like in a field. Like, I want a rapper. Nah, I definitely don't want a rapping female. I mean,
what about Instagram model?
Nah, not really. Not really. I don't really want that.
Makes sense. I'm not my type of party anyway. I was just wondering. I think I had this conversation on Twitter. Like, should rappers date females in their caliber, or should they go a different route?
That's a solid question, though. Just because, I guess, because women, when they date rappers, they don't really know what comes with that lifestyle. They don't really because they've never really dated somebody like that before. So, like, daytime, they're probably doing whatever they have to do, and nighttime is like studio time for the most part for most artists. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So nighttime, it could vary from you in there from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. or 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Like, it varies on the studio time, and some women don't know they really don't know how to handle that. Then come shows, tours, DMs, like all that kind of crazy stuff, and they don't really know nobody really taught them how to handle that kind of thing.
Speaking of studio time, so what is it like for you when you hit the studio? Like, what's your thought process? What do you like around you? Type of energy?
Obviously, we drink and smoke. I'm gonna just say that off the rip. I like, to have the lights dim. I like to play old music first. Like, I'm an old soul. I like to play like 90s music, 90s R&B before I write anything. Catch a good vibe.
Like who?
Like Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. But even older than that, like, I listen to like Earth, Wind & Fire, all that good stuff. And, I catch a vibe from there, really.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How many hours do you usually spend in the studio?
It varies. Probably like 3 to 4. 3 to 4.
If you could sample one classic R&B song.
One classic R&B song. Yeah. Damn. I want to thank you. What's her name? Alicia. What's her name? Alicia Myers. Yeah. I'll sample that.
Check you out.
That's a good one.
Different. Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Nah, it's a vibe though. What newcomers are you listening to? Like the music now today.
I mean, I don't really keep up. Like, I don't really follow any like that. But I mean, a lot of them are dope. I'm not saying like I don't listen to them, but like Lil Baby tough. Like, I heard his freestyle he just did. Like, he tough. A lot of them are tough. Like, I just don't have a specific few that I name, but like, damn, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't really think right now, but a lot of them are tough.
Well, what is it that like that keeps you away from listening to them?
I mean, I just be so focused on my craft, and like I said, I listen to a lot of oldies, and I listen to like my favorite artists. Like, I'm a big Lil Wayne fan, so I listen to a lot of old Wayne and stuff like that. Like, I listen to like my favorites before I listen to them. Yeah. But I still listen to, like, somebody got to put me on something, even though like he not like a newcomer. I like Young Dolph a lot. I mess with Dolph a lot. Yeah.
So do you get your inspiration from those artists?
Yeah.
That's so. So what is it like when you perform? Because I see you had a few performances.
Yeah, I've seen you over the years. Turned up. I'll be turned up.
Wow! Wait.
I've known.
Was you next to me at a FMC?
We was. I was gonna bring that up because my sister actually was talking to that girl who was on stage at the time. Forgot her name. I think I don't want to put her information out there like that. I ain't gonna put her information out there like that. But her mom's was on stage with her, and we was rolling because she was on stage. Yep.
She was
turned up, like it's crazy.
Shout out to her. She doing her thing though. I know exactly who you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's so funny. Mm-hmm. It was dark in there, so I didn't like. I knew you looked familiar. Okay.
Oh, you ain't know who I was?
No.
She
Listen, I had drinks in my system. I was just vibing. Like, I don't think 110% I was.
Hey, I think I said, "Hey, Kay, how you doing?" You ain't know who I was.
No, you didn't. Stop.
I definitely did.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
That's all good. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping.
But yeah, so
I had my hood up or something.
You did.
No.
I don't think you did.
Oh yeah, that's why she do that in there. It was dark in there.
Yeah, put me out there like that. It's alright though. So where have you performed at recently?
I performed in New York, the Lancey. Mm-hmm. Where else I performed? I did a couple right before that, but it was actually pretty dope. I performed for it was actually downtown Newark. I performed in front of like Andre Harrell. He was there because they was doing that Motown Uptown special, like because they was filming and they was casting for that show. So I got to perform in front of them, and that was really dope. But yeah, I've been performing there, probably like Elizabeth, just all over.
So for people who haven't seen you perform, how would you like describe it?
Turned up, a fun time, very interactive.
Yes,
it's lit.
How important is crowd interaction when an artist is performing?
It's really important. That's really. I was just talking to my boy Icy. So like usually I perform with my vocals on. So now like my future performances, I'm gonna just turn them off and just do live performances or just do performance tracks and stuff like that. But I think crowd interaction is very important. Like you gotta interact with the crowd, because I seen people go on stage and like just get boring performances, like, you know what I'm saying, and that shit is corny. So yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where like you came out turned up and the crowd for whatever reason is just like not as turned up or as responsive as they should be?
About 1 or 2 times. Yeah, but you gotta kind of make them, like, cause especially in Jersey too, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
sadly,
it's real, like, you know what I'm saying. When I perform in New York, they all show love, and that's why like a lot of them are on. But like in Jersey, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't really be off that. They be cool as hell, like, you know what I'm saying. But you kind of gotta make them turn up. So
I was about to say how you combat that, because you know, some people, sometimes they just be too drunk.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want to hear no music. Yeah. They just be on.
Why is you here for if you want to hear no music?
Exactly.
You could drink at home and do that.
For real.
So what do you like more, performing songs or actually creating the songs?
Creating songs.
Why is that?
I just like the whole creative process. I like to make music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love making music. So it just, I'm an extrovert and an introvert, but really, like, I just,
same time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just be like, I like to chill, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't like going out and being in front of everybody all the time. I mean, it's fun for what it is, but most of the time I don't be off that. You know?
So when you're not making music, what do you do to like unplug and just get away?
I exercise a lot. I go to the gym. I'm a weirdo, like, you know what I'm saying? I take walks, all
that's
that.
Not weird.
I read books.
That's you time.
That's normal. That's regular. Like, I mean, it may not sound normal, but like that's, you know, that's regular everyday stuff. Like, I go on a walk.
We got people thinking that stuff like that is so out the norm, because it's like,
you took a walk? What?
You alright?
What you taking a walk for? Weird ass nigga, like they'll clown you for anything.
Reading a book, nerd.
Like,
damn, I just want to learn.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah. Speaking of reading books, you know, I ain't been in school for like 2 years because I graduated. I always say like, yo, like, I'm not to say I kind of feel myself getting dumber. Yeah. But it's like, yo, I need to start reading like a lot more heavy, because you kind of feel your knowledge like slipping away.
Yeah, you do. I need something to read. Like, I go crazy if I have nothing to read. Like, but like, definitely, I feel the same way. That's why I try to read so much.
Put us on. What is it that you're reading?
Well, I'm reading right now. So I'm reading this hood book. It's called Get Money Click on my phone. But I just read, before that, I read The Secret. What I read before that? Couple books. But my favorite book that I read recently, which is within like the last year or so, was The Alchemist.
Okay.
That's my favorite. I gave it to Dom. I'm on you because he ain't read it yet. I ask him every day, "Did you read The Alchemist yet?" You read it? He's like, nah.
Listen, great read. I promise
You
you.
read it too?
Yeah, I promise you, you're not gonna regret it.
See,
I
I'm trying to
promise
tell you.
I promise you.
Yeah. He knew I was gonna say that too. So I said,
He's like, oh man.
yeah. I read Rick Ross's book too. I thought that was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple books.
Yeah, I be trying to find books illegally online.
For real?
Yeah.
You can find them. You can do it that way.
Yeah, you just
Torrent.
allegedly, but
Right. I'm like,
off the record.
yeah, allegedly, but you know, it's just you get a PDF file, you download it straight to your phone and go to your little books app on your iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Allegedly
Nice.
though.
Yeah,
Damn.
allegedly, yeah. I just I like having the physical book though,
Yeah,
because
it's
like when I
me
look at
too.
all my books, I'll be like, I got a
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
It's nothing like a physical holding the book, turning the page,
Yeah.
putting a little bookmark in there. Like it's nothing like
Mm-hmm.
it.
For real.
That's something like about the digital age that I haven't grasped yet. Like reading things online on my phone. Like I had to have the physical book.
Yeah.
Even notes. Like I have a hard time using notes. I always tell him like I can't use the notes on my phone. Like I have to write it down.
Oh, you mean like the note section? Like
Yeah.
I use them sometimes when I can't get a pen and paper.
Like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just love writing like paper, pen. I will buy notebooks 100 times a day if I had the money to.
You have a whiteboard?
I don't.
Gotta get a whiteboard.
Yeah.
I would have too much fun. Yeah, I promise you.
Yeah, you know, not to get too weird or whatever, but then you know they say when you physically put pen to paper, you manifest things.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like that's a lot better. Like I've just recently, like within the last year, I just recently started getting into it, and it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So physically writing down stuff, I feel like is better. But my note section is still flooded.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
I
with
can't-
lyrics.
Oh, you rap too?
No, not with no
Captions.
lyrics.
Captions.
Yeah, why you trying to that would sound crazy. Right, so boom.
Tell me I'm lying.
You write that
Listen, yeah, when I hear something real good in the song, I write it down to use it as an Instagram caption for later. Like, and
I started doing it too, shit, because of you.
so I'm saying, listen, I got it's deep. It's like it's a lot. You feel me?
I was like, yo, give me a caption. He gonna turn his phone. All right, give me 1 second. No, nigga, let me see what you got in there. Like,
nah, B. You feel me? And yo,
Then he
it is
can't
what
post
it is.
it.
It is what it is.
that's crazy. Oh goodness.
The
How do
caption
you?
be the most important part, low
It
key
is.
on Instagram.
It
It is.
It gotta fit. It gotta fit the picture.
Yeah.
If it don't fit the picture, then what are you really doing it for? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
right.
Cause I'm that person. You feel me? Like, oh, this picture nice. Let me see. This don't got nothing. All right, bro. You lost me. You lost me.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's
people
me.
don't post caption. Why?
That's me. You lost me,
Come
bro.
on, at least put an emoji. Put some effort.
Oh
Right.
man, he coming for me crazy because I
Oh,
do
you
that shit.
just put emoji?
Like
Oh,
when I
just
don't know what
post?
to say, let's put an emoji.
But you
When I'm-
you post a lot though.
I
right?
do.
All right, so you good. If
Yeah.
people don't post a lot and they just don't do a caption, I'm like, damn.
Like, bro, you had 7 months to think of a caption. You had 7 months, bro.
yeah, right? You don't know how to use Instagram yet?
We always talk about like the age of social media. So, what do you think about the way social media has drastically made a turn?
I mean, I like it, but at the same time, I don't like it just because it's a big distraction, even for myself. I be like on it, and I be like, I know I shouldn't be on it. Why am I on this? Like, it be the biggest distraction.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's good for like getting out there, especially as artists and entertainers or business, whatever. Like, I feel like it's a great tool for that if you use it for the right reasons. But you just gotta kind of have discipline on it, like anything else.
So you discipline yourself with doing
I
things.
try to.
It is hard.
It's hard.
It's
It's hard.
It's hard.
I'll delete the app and download it again. Like, why did I
Oh
delete this shit?
man. For artists though, I do think it's important like to have that discipline because you get caught up in the hype,
Yeah.
looking at what everybody else is doing.
Comparing yourself.
I'm starting to love Twitter more and more every day.
Well, Twitter's making a comeback, I heard.
Twitter's the best app. I've been saying that for
You
years.
still y'all use it?
Yes.
I be on Twitter heavy.
Really?
Heavy.
It's,
Yeah.
it's more popping than Instagram right now?
Yes.
Really? My Twitter dry, bro.
You gotta get it lit.
I don't even know how. Would you just post whatever you thinking, right? You said follow
Yeah.
a bunch of people?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
true too.
It's a fact.
Because then you'll start seeing retweets and like different
Yeah.
things, different
Okay.
calibers. But
You
now they're
just-
about to have stories on Twitter,
Oh, for
yeah,
real?
Yeah. You just gotta follow the right people that say a bunch of out of pocket stuff
Right.
that'll make you laugh.
aka him.
Yeah, I don't even be. All right, my fault. I don't even be tripping.
How y'all feel about TikTok making this?
Yo, TikTok is doing the thing right now. We
It really
always talk
is.
about TikTok, and It's like the younger kids. They doing the thing with it though.
Yeah.
And they popping on TikTok too.
Yeah. This was like TikTok was probably the first thing that made me kind of feel like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, because like when TikTok came out, I feel like I'm only 24. And like I'm like, TikTok's for the kids. Like TikTok's for like TikTok's for the kids. Like,
I said that to Focus because we were having a conversation about it because he sent me a TikTok where it was a girl. She was having a text conversation with someone, and she was like reiterating the conversation, like she was narrating her own conversation, and I was like, this is like for kids. And he was like, no, but like imagine if you had some real spicy shit in your text messages and you narrated that shit, people would like actually watch it.
Yeah.
You do it.
But you never made a TikTok
You
yet?
do it.
Nope.
Nah.
I'm trying to get my daughter to do it. She wasn't beat.
She's trying to make her daughter famous.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
She wasn't beat. I'm gonna try it again though. My conversations be too spicy to end up on TikTok.
No, that'd be the right conversations.
See?
Fucking.
Trying to get me caught up over here.
Caught up for what you don't be caring.
I don't, but I don't want to humiliate anybody. Like, that's fucked up.
As long as they name nothing, I think they'll be alright.
But they gonna know the conversation.
So
You ain't put their name out there though.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, y'all so messy. I might do it.
They just gonna send it to your DM like, you for real right now? Like they gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
Bro, you dead ass, bro.
You posted that.
I gotta make sure I ain't say nothing spicy too, because they go like, bitch, all right, I'm about to do the same shit. Now I'm in trouble. Now niggas gonna be like, okay, we are wildin'. See, some shit you just gotta leave alone. Like
Right.
you don't want to
That's
poke
a
the
fact.
bear.
Or delete that one message.
Facts.
What if it's on my phone?
Yeah, if it's text.
You can delete my message.
But it's gonna be
Not
on
on text
their
message.
phone.
Yeah, it's
gonna
on
be
their
on their
phone.
Don't matter. You narrating your joint.
Yeah.
They gonna know.
But then they gonna put up a version. This is the real story. This Kate really said.
Oh, that'd be the worst. Nah, that'd be the worst, bro. That'd be the worst.
I'm gonna try it.
right.
I'm gonna try it.
Right. With all the Megan Thee Stallion kind of drama with her little label situation, what if a major came to you right now? What kind of deal would they have to put on the table for you to kind of accept it?
I would mainly just want a distribution deal.
Smart.
Yeah, like I don't really want somebody telling me like what I can do creatively when I can drop and stuff like that. I would definitely have a lawyer look it over before I signed anything, and just come into terms with what I agree with and what they agree with. Yeah.
I feel like that's the way to go now.
Yeah.
Just straight distribution deals, you know what I'm saying? Nothing with no labels. I don't need no front end. I don't need no back end. Like, here's my music, get it out to the people. You get your cut, I'll get mine, and I keep all my masters and things like that.
Fact,
I
yeah.
feel like that'd be
With
the best
great
route to
marketing,
go.
it could be done.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
Damn, her situation though, I don't know. I feel like people gotta look at like all angles. I mean, I don't think anyone should be upset like asking for a renegotiation, but like Jay Prince was saying, it's a lot of times that artists, they need that extra help. So they go to little labels who are willing to back them. Then it's like you get popping and it's like, fuck my little label. Like, I'm lit out here in these streets now. Renegotiate this shit because I'm lit.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
What they do to the little labels is fucked up.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I feel like nobody in that situation is really wrong in
Yeah.
a sense, because they gave her this deal. The terms was good for that time and who she was at that time. But now that she blew up, the terms is kind of like not in her favor anymore. So now she wants to renegotiate. The little label's like, can't really renegotiate yet. You ain't really make us enough for us to renegotiate with you. And they're just at a standstill right there. And she done been signing deals with other people. Like she done signed to 300 and then she's got Rock Nation Management. So now everybody else is getting a piece of her pie. And except for the first label. So now they like, you can't do that. Like now you cut us all the way out. That's why this whole thing is there. And it's messed up on all angles.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I feel like this whole thing is gonna get way more messy before it even gets better. Yeah.
Of course. If you had a distribution deal, what type of marketing scheme would you put together to make people want to tune into you more?
Like you said, like a marketing scheme, what I put together. I'm not really sure, but as far as like what I see working for, you know, other people, not saying I'm comparing myself, but I try to, is like the skits and stuff like that. I feel like that's like a legitimate way until we find something else that works. But yeah, I feel like something like that. I don't think I would do any like publicity stunts or nothing like that though.
You know what I think would be good?
Agreed.
You do like a bundle package.
What you mean?
With like, cause you got I seen you recently got like a clothing line kind of thing situation going. So you say, all right, you buy this hoodie for $20, you get
a deluxe.
You get the deluxe version. You'll get it signed. You may even get a vinyl situation. Like, that might be one of those, because that works for a lot of people.
Okay.
So I feel like that'd be a super duper duper dope thing.
All right,
and people get merch. They wear your merch. They got your album. Now they supporting you twofold. Like, they didn't really have to. You feel me? So I feel like that'd be a dope situation.
Word, I definitely agree.
What made you come up with like a merch line?
I don't know. I just always wanted one. I had this for some years now. He wearing it right now. Yeah. So I'm a creative, so it's called Creating Waves. So I just wanted to make something that, you know, would pertain to creatives. You know what I'm saying? So whether you like cut hair or whether you like do anything creative, like, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's a brand for you. So I just thought it was a dope idea and a dope concept. So I just, you know, wrote it down and I followed up with it. So
I see the line actually got a chance to hit some stores.
Oh yeah, I'm lit out here.
Yeah, you feel me? Talk your shit.
Lit out here. Yeah,
what store?
I got a lot more I want to say too, but I was trying to be humble. It's in a store called Zooted that was in East Brunswick Mall, but now he just moved to Cherry Hill.
Dope.
Yeah, so and then I actually I got it in this store called European Fashion. Even though I'm black, but
it's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. So they just opened up, you know, right where I live. So I was like, let me just go in here, you know, try to do some networking and stuff like that. So I walked in there. I asked to speak to the owner. I told him that I had a little clothing line, if he could try me out, and he said yeah. And I was telling him we actually connected because he was an actor. And I was just doing some background stuff on some TV shows, and I told him about what I was doing, so we connected that way, and I think that's why he let me put my clothing line in his store.
Nice.
So yeah, I got it in, you know, 2 stores. I want to get it in like 5 more before the year's over, so that's my goal.
How does that work percentage wise?
So in Zooted, he takes 3%, which is really nothing. And this place, we don't have a percent. We don't have a percent deal. I charge him. He sells them for $50 in the store. I get $45.
Okay,
so it's not bad.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Black man working out here.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Different avenues. So you was talking about background stuff and like shows. Like, is that acting is something that you want to eventually get into down the line?
I was just he's in film school, so you know I felt like, you know, it's good practice. So I acted in something that he had this morning, and then a couple weeks ago I did something. But I was actually on I did background work for a show called This Is Us.
That's my show,
bro. Let me tell you, bro. So I was on the first show I did was The Politician. So then I told him like, oh yeah, I just got called for This Is Us. And they was like, oh, This Is Us, you watch it? I'm like, nah, I don't watch it. And then I went home, I watched the first episode, like, I'm emotionally attached now.
Bro,
like,
I'm telling you, it's so good,
that shit is good.
It's
like,
deep, bro.
What channel is it on? Or is it on Netflix?
It's
What
on,
is it?
I got it on, I watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, I think it's on ABC, though.
Yeah,
it's
NBC.
NBC.
I think.
It's one of those BCs, but it's one of those BCs, but it's like, I can't even explain. It's just a show that you really gonna be emotional.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's lit. Like,
it's deep.
Let me tell you a little bit about it. So it's like, it's because they flash back. So it's current and then they flash back. So they had like it was like this couple and they had kids and they were supposed to have triplets, but one of the triplets died and somebody abandoned their baby, and it was a black baby, and this was a white couple. So they had the 2, and then the third one died. So they adopted the black baby, and then he grew up, you know, with the white family and stuff like that. And then like you get to see them as adults and stuff like that, but you see the hardships of them like raising a black child. And the black dude was Sterling Brown. And like when I worked on doing the background, I was right next to him. Like he was a cool dude. Like yeah, so it was dope. It's a dope show.
That is
Super dope. Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out tonight.
And then I did, this is the biggest one. I did Power season book 2. And
Nice.
Shit was crazy.
How was that? Like being behind the scenes at that?
Tariq was right. Tariq is the same person that he is.
Oh man.
Don't say that.
I swear.
Don't
he is
say
the
that.
same-
They's gonna hate him.
He's the same dude. Like, it's crazy because they came up to him. I was working with him, and then Sax was there. So they came to put like makeup on him, and he was like, "Man, I don't need no damn makeup, man. Get this makeup off me.
Stop.
I'm dark enough. When this shit gonna be over?" Like, he was bugging.
What?
Yo,
When
he
this
was-
shit gonna be
he was
over?
bugging the whole time. I promise you, he was. I'm like, damn, bro. He is exactly the same dude.
He did not say when this shit gonna be
I
over.
promise you, he did. He was like, man, they taking forever.
Nigga, this the highlight of your career. Like, we wouldn't give a fuck about you on no other show.
Chill, man. He
You
was
talking
on
about?
Barbershop with the dreads.
And did you give a fuck about him on Barbershop? Badass Luke boy.
Yeah.
He wanted to be in a gang. What are you talking about? That's sad.
Oh my god.
Okay, so now I don't feel bad about all them death threats and shit he be
Yo,
getting
chill,
because you just
That's
an
kind of fucked up, though.
asshole.
Like, why are people taking it that far? Like,
Yeah,
niggas
like,
getting
it's just-
attacked.
Because people get
Yo.
emotionally invested.
Yeah, but are you gonna threaten the real, like,
Like, bro,
Like-
so think about
They
it.
probably knew what you knew.
for real?
Think about how invested you gotta be in a show to type in somebody's real name on it. Like, they real, it's like you typing in Michael Rainey Jr. on Instagram. Once you type it in, you be like, you gotta stop yourself. Like, bro, this is not even Tariq no more, bro. I'm
Yeah.
talking to the real dude.
That's not true. You know when you get invested into a show, that's the only, like, you know them as that character.
That is true.
It's
I ain't
over.
gonna take that
Like,
far.
I seen Tommy on another show on Netflix, and I was
Nobody
like,
sent death threats to him for killing Proctor, though.
cause he was, I don't know.
Maybe they did. Who knows? I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen
They
Ghost
did.
on another movie because Ghost is always gonna be Ghost. By the way,
Facts.
I seen
When he was
Ghost.
playing like a feminine part.
Nah, he was playing
Oh my
like
God,
some
I don't
another
wanna
like
see
a gang. I was watching Gridiron Gang, a football movie. He was like the gang. He was like the big homie gang bang. I'm like, look at Ghost, but it's not even you for real. Like,
Exactly. You see what I'm talking about? Like, you can't take them serious on anything else now after you watch that show.
For real.
what
But that's
Power
very
did.
tragic to know that Tariq is like that in real life.
Yeah, but I'm very happy that you're doing all this acting.
Yes.
Nah, that's super dope.
Oh man, you'll be scared. Like, you just
I
A
ain't even
natural.
gonna lie, like the other two shows was like, alright, whatever. But Power, I'm like, yo, I watched this shit. I've been watching this shit since the beginning.
he started fit
I'm
right
here
in.
right now. That shit was crazy. I was a little.
How'd you even land into
Yeah, I
some
was
of
at
these
the
roles?
ass.
This is thing in New York called Central Casting.
Okay.
So I just went down there and signed up, and then like I didn't even think it was gonna be the velocity it was. I thought they was gonna have me on some like some little shit like up and coming directors and shit. They threw us right in the loop. That shit crazy. What?
You know how I know you're a real nigga?
Wow.
Cause you just put the plug all out
Right.
there.
All
Most
out
niggas come
there.
on the show.
All out
it was-
there. bro.
But y'all asked me, I ain't even think about the camera.
I was really gonna test him too. Like, yo, let me see if he gonna put it out there.
Nah, niggas
Yeah.
in my DM. I'm like, I just was sending hella emails. That's how I. How you do? I was sending hella emails, bro.
Oh,
That is mad funny. What was your like reaction when they were like, you get to be on Power?
Man, listen, I called my aunt. I think I called my aunt because I almost turned it down. I didn't answer the text message for hours because Power had ended, and then the text message said, "Are you available to work Ghost?" So I'm like, "What? I don't even know what Ghost is." Until I watched the last episode of Power, and then I saw that they were doing a spinoff called Ghost. And I got my phone so fast, I'm like, yes, I will. And they hit me back like, all right,
Absolutely.
yeah. But nah, that was crazy. It was really crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
So besides the acting, what else can we expect from Cash Johnson?
A new
2020.
project produced by Rich Icy, and just a lot more projects after that. I'm gonna drop a project right after, like 2 months after that, and just keep working, doing shows, building my brand.
Nice. But before we end, I want to ask about your videographer because you mentioned him a few times. So I'm assuming you guys are like fairly close, and you're in film school. So like, where'd you guys meet?
Through GX, right? Or we probably met way before that. Yeah, we met him through a mutual friend. Artist,
Nice.
actually. Yeah, he cool as hell.
He follows you everywhere, like when you have shows.
Nah.
or-
I just when because he be working. You know what I'm saying? He work with a lot of artists, do
Oh.
his film thing. So when he available, we link.
Hey, salute to you too. Everything you're doing. You too. Everybody in the room. Cheers.
Everybody's hard at work.
So So why don't you let everybody know where to find you and where to find your clothing line again?
Okay. You can find me on Instagram at Cash Addictions, and my clothing line you can follow it. I mean, you can find it in Zooted in Cherry Hill Mall, and in Old Bridge at European Fashion. I'm gonna get on Twitter again, so you can find me on Twitter at Cash So Addictive, and Facebook Cash Johnson.
Nice. Salute to you for coming to Champions Corner today.
Thank you, guys.
Nah, thank you for
Appreciate
coming through
it.
for real.
Definitely. I am K Simone, Champions Corner here at LRM Network. My main man, Ali John, in the building. We are out.